Hey guys, many people are trying to use a ceiling fan, to hatch eggs on Pokemon Go. So they attach their phone to their ceiling fan, they turn the ceiling fan on, and they hope that their eggs will hatch. I saw pictures of people doing this. I saw, supposedly one girl hit herself with her phone because she attached it to her ceiling fan and it flew off and hit her in the face. I'm not sure if I believe that actually happened. A lot of these things are kind of like to get attention or whatever, but some people are really that dumb, so who knows. But there's a number of reasons that I do not think that the fan trick works, and I'm going to give my reasons why. If you don't want to watch the whole video, that's up to you, but I don't think it works. So here's a number of reasons why I don't think it works. Okay, the first reason is GPS is just not accurate enough. It only gets within about 3 meters. That's for commercial cell phones. I still think that's really impressive. Within 3 meters, the Earth is 510 million square kilometers area, so that's a huge amount of distance that these, GPS satellites are trying to pinpoint, and they can still get in within 3 meters. I think that's really impressive. My personal ceiling fan is about 50 inches across, so that's with both blades, but we're working in meters, so it's 1.27 meters across. Now if you remember, I said 3 meters accuracy, so that's obviously within 3 meters. In fact, that's less than half of 3 meters, so it's just not accurate enough to get that close. It can't tell that your phone is on one side or the other side of the fan. It's just not that accurate. So that's one problem. In addition to that, most ceiling fans are indoors. Okay, so if you're attaching your phone to your ceiling fan, you're probably indoors, which means the accuracy is going to be even lower, because satellites don't just pinpoint through the ceiling. They're just estimating based on cell phone towers or on Wi-Fi or whatever. So the accuracy is going to be even lower. So it's not going to know that 1.27 meters. Maybe your fan's even bigger, but it's hard to imagine a ceiling fan that's much bigger than 3 meters across. It's just not going to be accurate enough. Not only that, but the Pokemon Go app simply estimates the distance between 2 points. So if you go in small circles, even if the GPS were accurate enough, it's not measuring every second how much you move or how much you turn. It's accurate. It's just estimating the distance between 2 points. So a fan is just not going to be able to do anything with that. Now, at this point, you might be saying, well, I tried this trick out and it worked. I got 0.01 distance traveled, or I got 0.1 distance traveled, or whatever. So to disprove you, I'm going to actually estimate the distance you would get if it did work. Okay, so again, my fan was 1.27 meters across. So to measure the circumference, which would be the distance around, I took half of that distance, which is 0.635. Okay, so you do, if you remember from junior high or high school, pretty simple math, it's 2 pi r. That's the circumference. Okay, so 2 times pi times 0.635 meters is about 4 meters. It's not quite 4 meters, but it's about 4 meters. So I'm just taking 4 meters. Okay, I also looked up the speed on a low setting on a fan. So this is the low setting, this is not the high setting. Okay, 50 rotations per minute. 50 rotations per minute times 4 meters, that would be about 200 meters per minute if this actually worked. That's a pretty good amount, actually, on a low setting. I think that's a pretty good amount. So if you did this for an hour, it'd be 200 meters times 60 minutes you would get 1,200 meters. So that means every hour you should be getting 1.2 kilometers. So if you're not getting that, then that means it's not working, right? So those people who are getting very, very small distances, what's probably happening, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I noticed this on my app. If you start up your app and your character walks across the street or walks nearby and then comes back, or walks around, that's just because the GPS is not that accurate. It's not accurate enough, and it's just estimating where you are in the world. You're probably indoors, okay, and when that's happening, because it doesn't have a clear line of sight. It's just estimating where you are. So that's why your character goes across the street, comes back, whatever. Okay, so if you're not getting, like I just estimated, 1.2 kilometers, if you're not even getting a kilometer, then it's obviously not working. It can't be working. Scientifically, does not work. Okay? So if you still don't believe me, good luck with your fan. I don't think you're going to get a whole lot of success. You're probably better off walking. But, have fun with the game. I hope you're enjoying it. Just thought I would make an effort to debunk that idea that attaching your phone to your fan is going to work. So have fun and peace.